Hello, crafty friends, and welcome back. Today I'm playing along with May I Scraplift You, and I decided to make a card today. So this is from Celine Gavat 77. You can find that on my Pinterest board for cards. I'm also playing along with Ginger's Corner of 3 pages, 3 prompts, and today was ink smooshing with 2+ colors, texture, and the title Hello. So I am making 2 different cards. The first one is a pretty close scrap lift of the card from Celine. So here you see me using my Misty Light, and I don't have the platform that comes with it, but I already had this Dina Wakley metal board that's basically used for the same thing, and the Misty Light magnets work just fine with that. So this stamp here that I'm stamping is from All in Create. I've had it in my stash for a while. I have these Simple Stories rub-ons from the Simple Vintage Essentials collection. It was from quite a while ago. I believe I got these in a mystery box from Simple Stories. So just putting this on above my stamped area here. So I get those on, and then here these florals are also from the same Simple Vintage, and I believe I also got those within a mystery box as well. So this tape is from Arden Creative Studio, and it's a pet tape, so it's clear, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So I don't think I've used it on. No, I have used it on a pocket page, I think, but not on a full 12 by 12. So this is on my list to use. So let's see. I have uh, what ink was that? I believe tea dye, and so I am just inking the edges of everything. And so in the sample card, that the film strips were actually offset, so I do have that offset as well. My florals in the middle like she did, and I am going to come in with a banner piece, or not a banner piece, but like a um, something that looks similar on hers, this little piece here. I cut it in half because it said something like "so lovely" somewhere along that lines, and that wasn't really what I was looking for. That the sentiment I needed to use for the other challenge was to use hello, so I just decided that both cards I was going to make were going to just say hello. So there I have my um, florals put on and the 2 little banners put on. And let's see, I'm gonna come in. This is an old Hip Kit Club stamp. It had a hello on it, so I pulled that out, got my sentiment on there, and then to finish this off, I do decide to do some black splatters, just like in the sample, and that finishes off that card. And then I decided that this did seem to work for the 3 prompts challenge as well. So here is the first prompt where you were supposed to do ink smooshing with 2+ colors. So I used, I can't remember what that color is. It might come to me here in a minute. Is it something lilac? Anyway, and I'm just using regular cardstock. So, and this was actually a scrap piece of cardstock that it actually has printing maybe on the back. Nope, this one did not. That was the other one. So the second color is Kitsch Flamingo, and so I just am smooshing the ink down onto my glass mat, spraying it with water, and dipping my paper to get my smooshing onto my background of my card. And to kind of backtrack a little bit, that I am making bigger cards, that this is a 5 by 7 sized card when I am finished with everything. So right now I'm just making panels that are going to go onto the front of the card. So I also pull out this Tim Holtz stamp to basically give the illusion that of the text on the original sample. And then on the bottom portion of it, I'm going to use that same stamp again, but I am using embossing ink this time. And then I'm going to come in with 3 different colors of Tim Holtz Distress Glaze. So this one is Picked Raspberry, this one is Savage Patina, and then the third one is Wilted Violet. And that one had not been opened yet, so just kind of swishing it around a little bit, and I decided not to try and isolate each of those and save them, that I do just dump that little bit into the garbage. And so here you can see that I am heat embossing and getting the, so this is my first element of texture with that glazed. And then here is the second form of texture that I had some texture paste, and I'm going to color it purple with my Distress ink. This is a great way to use some of your texture paste that might be drying out, that I have just a little bit left in my pot here, and so this was a great way to soften it up and still make it usable. I'm using my magnets here to hold my card front down because it is very, very warped, because I was just using regular paper. I did not add any gesso or anything like that, so I just kind of spread this purple paste around. And so basically there is my main part of the background, and now I'm going to come back with my design. So I went through my Spectrum Gardenia from 49 and Market and pulled out several things in these same 3 colors that I have been using, the pinks, purples, and the turquoise colors. I had this large white floral, and so that is going to be the floral piece in the middle. So these are 2 of the I guess slide frames that tend to be in a lot of their collections. And then I'm going to use some foam adhesive to put my floral piece up. And then that way I can just slide the turquoise ticket behind the sides of each floral. I do tear the ticket in half and just use half of it on either side. Getting my butterfly down and just using my tweezers to hold the center of the butterfly down so my wings will still have some dimension to them. There is the first half of the ticket going on, and here is the second half of the ticket going on. So now I've got, I believe, all of the elements of the card, and then here is my hello sentiment for my card. And so I believe I have finished up everything for both challenges. I do decide to distress the outside of the card front panel, which I guess could also be used as texture as well. And then here, you know, this card front was very, very warpy, so I am using my tear tape on here, putting a lot of it on here. And by the time I get everything added to the front of the card, you can't even tell that it was really warped. So it actually turned out really good. So here are both card panels being put onto my card base. And then here come the close-up photos. So if you have any questions for me, please feel free to leave those down below. I will have links to any Facebook groups as well as the playlist Hop for May I Scraplift You listed down below, as well as my social media accounts where you can find the pen that I use to scrap lift, as well as my own designs. So thank you for stopping by, and we will see you next time. Bye.